Raptors, I'm coming after you. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dirtnation Off-Road. So today, we're doing something to the Tacoma that has been needing to be done for a very long time. We're finally gonna be getting the Taco tuned. We're out of Sibi Built, which is, here's the owner right here, Jason. We're gonna be finally getting a tune on our Tacoma because obviously, you know, once you start modding your truck and doing all these different things, lifting it, bigger tires, gears, everything, you got to adjust the engine a little bit to do a tune. Now that's my short, retarded, you know, explanation of it, but we'll talk to Jason. He'll give you guys the actual definition of why you want to do tunes and everything like that. We're gonna head inside right now. We'll pull the truck up, put it on the lift, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we're pulled in. We're here talking with Dimitri and Jason. We're gonna be talking about the tune as well as some of the benefits, why their tune's better than others, and why you want to get a tune in the first place and everything like that. So I'm gonna hand off to them and let them give you all the info you need.
All right, guys. I'm Jason, owner of Sibi Built. This is Dimitri. He's my tune guy. So basically what we offer here at our shop, one of our services, is we offer the OVTune for the 3rd Gen Tacomas 2016 to 2021. Basically, I'm sure you guys have heard about it at this point. OVTune, it's an ECU and transmission flash calibration that basically rewrites all of your stock mapping for better throttle response. People do see better fuel economy, the gear hunting problem that people have, and the throttle lag that people are having. So basically we have multiple tunes to choose from here at our shop. We have 87 tunes for 87 regular fuel, we have 91 tunes, and then we also have our Sibi Performance custom calibration, which is something we've made in-house for all of our years, or Dimitri has made in-house for all of our years, that we offer for people, and it's something that they've been a lot happier with over the normal OVTune, and something that we're pretty proud that, to offer for people.
It's been in the works for several months and something we've had for close to a year now. And now that we've kind of realized it might be good to sell it to the market and have everybody else try it out, we did all our testing on our trucks first, and it's been a while, and realized that it's good and ready to go for the market.
Yeah, I'm excited to let Dustin try this out today. Basically his truck, I already asked him the questions that we would ask normally. So he's on 529 gears, his truck's a 2017, so basically we're going to see what version his ECU's on, if we need to update it or not. And then basically our tunes also, even if you just get a normal tune, for 529s, people see that they're limited to like around 85 miles an hour on the highway. If you're going to pass somebody, that's going to be a problem. So basically we'll take off the speed limiter so that you, when you're re-geared, you won't have that problem anymore. And then if you do have like custom battery that requires more voltage, we're able to alter the charging voltage to benefit that as well. Just extra benefit to the tune.
If you have an AGM battery, we can switch it from the 13.6 normal to 14.7 standard AGM.
But yeah, let's get started.
Very good stuff. I'm super excited for this. Now, what I'll note is before I've always had a pedal commander to compensate for that throttle lag, and I know people have also done like transmission updates and all this stuff going to the dealer. I've never done any of that, so mine's always sucked. Even with the 529s, like it got a lot better, but I'm excited to actually get this dialed in so that it's performing the way it should be. So super excited for this. We're gonna get started. Look at that, less than 30 seconds later, we're already getting started. These guys get to work. All right, talk to me, Jason. What are we doing right now?
Yeah, so basically Dimitri's read the ECU calibration, and you're on the older version from Toyota. So first what we're going to do, this being a 2017, is we're going to update the TSB to the latest, TSB is Toyota Service or Technical Service Bulletin. So we'll update that to the latest version for you, and then once we get that all set in, then we'll go ahead and put our custom Sibi tune on for you. So basically right here, we're just keeping the voltage up, that way we don't break the computer. Everything's plugged in, so everything's safe. He's going to run the update. It takes about 15 minutes, and then we'll get started to tune.
Got it going on here, Dimitri.
All right, so starting our tune for the V04 ECU with 35s and 529. Well, graphs with acceleration, map change to linear, change a few of the control airflows, get a little bit more air into the intake. It's just part of the performance, and wait for it to load. It's pretty simple. Once we make the tune, it's just almost plug and play.
Bada bing, bada boom. But right now, just letting the truck idle a little bit because when they reset it, they did all the tune and everything. So they're just kind of giving it an opportunity to, the transmission and the engine to do some learning, kind of with how the new tune is and everything like that. And then it'll be adjusted from there. All right, so tune is done. Theoretically, we're gonna go do a test drive, and then you guys are gonna get my reaction. Big smiles or big frowns. We'll see. We'll see how he did. I want you to need a permit.
normal, you go down this at about 4,500 RPMs.
Damn. Well, okay. Was I supposed to turn right there?
No, just do you here, and we'll full throttle back.
So I'll give you some good.
Yeah, gives you a fun test ride.
Wow. Okay, I can feel it. Holy shit.
I don't know if you want to try the ECT now too.
Oh, ECT on?
Yeah, that's different.
All right. Let's see.
Shifting early.
Yeah, it shifted at 62. Ow. Was it supposed to or no?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
it's
normal?
gears.
Pretty significant differences. It doesn't shift so like it shifts
Abrupt.
at 2,500 and abruptly. Normally it'd shift at like 1,500 RPM. So it'd just be like 529s. It'd be like,
It doesn't do that like drop down in torque like demand, and then it kicks in all of a sudden. It just goes right to the next gear, which is pretty much the entire point of the tune, is fixing that transmission problem.
Which I feel it. I can definitely feel it. All right, so all done with our test drive, and I mean, you guys saw the first impressions. This thing's pretty impressive. Liking the tune so far, but it does need about 100 to 150 miles to adapt, and it'll change a little bit from there. So we'll definitely be doing that, and we'll continue the review. So I'll drive it a little bit. I'm gonna do some daily driving, maybe do a little bit of off-roading, and then I'll give you guys some feedback, and then we'll wrap up the video from there. But big shout out to Dimitri and Jason for getting this hooked up. We'll definitely link all their information below. So was it 12 days that you're moving shop?
About, yeah.
They're out here in Santa Ana, so we'll get details for their new shop once we upload the video, and we'll put all that below, and then we'll link Instagrams and everything, so you guys can come and get your Tacomas tuned as well. Get them ready for all the wreckage and all the good things that you want to do. So we're gonna get started with actually testing out the tune and doing the review from there. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys. Let's get it. All right, so we're about a week with the tune. We've gone over 150 miles, so it's gone through its learning period and everything that we need like that. And so far, I mean, the performance gains are 100% accurate. I have way more throttle response. The rev limiter is a little bit higher, so if you need to get some gearing, you know, you can drop down and kind of accelerate. Like, there you go. Look at that. No problems. Also, I've noticed I can go above 90 again. Before I couldn't go above 82 with the 529s and, you know, the stock tune, and before the transmission update and ECU update and whatever else they did. I can actually go certain speeds now. I've also noticed that the truck tends to shift a little bit higher than it did before, which makes sense because I thought it was shifting pretty low before. I got used to it, but it was shifting at maybe 1,800 to 2,000 RPM for first, second, third, and fourth gear. Now it's kind of shifting a little bit higher, 2,000, 2,500 RPM. It's doing pretty good. So stay tuned. We'll be back soon. All right. So here we are, about a month later, and over 1,000 miles with the tune. So I'm ready to kind of wrap up this video, give you guys my verdict on the Sibi tune and everything that comes with it. It's kind of weird being in this environment. I feel like it's been a while since we've done the, you know, the rickety table, the Tacoma behind me. I think the Tacoma looked different before. It's been a while since we've done this. These have been fun videos, but it's just we've been busy with King of the Hammers and, you know, takeovers and everything like that. But it's good to be back. We'll be back with more mastering the Tacoma videos soon, in case you guys were ever wondering. Since getting the tune, we've driven well over 1,000 miles with trips out to Parker, Arizona, and trips to TDS 2020 under our belts. So a lot of driving during the day, during work, and everything like that, and on the trail as well. After all that, I really gotta say, I am happy with how the truck drives now. I've seen improvements with acceleration, top speed, and gas mileage. Now, first thing I'll say is that I actually test drove a 2016 Tacoma, same as mine, but it was a 16 obviously. I test drove it with the OVTune, like second generation tune that they had, and to be honest, I wasn't really that impressed. I mean, I noticed it accelerated maybe a little bit better. It was like similar to having a pedal commander. It held the revs a little longer, and that was about it. Because of that, I kind of placed getting a tune low on my priority list, especially when you consider all the things that we've gotten done to the truck lately. I just didn't really worry about a tune until I met Jason Sibi, and he's the owner of Sibi Built. You guys saw him earlier. Meeting him on Instagram, talking with him, and seeing the vast amount of Tacoma owners who trust him with their truck, and getting tunes, getting body mount chops and suspension work and all this other stuff, I decided to give it a try, and at this point I feel like it's worth it. We're gonna do this video with Moxie. Meet Moxie. This is my roommate's new puppy. We're gonna do this video with Moxie, okay? You gonna get me more views? You gonna give me more views, boo-boo? Oh, you're so cooch. Starting with acceleration, you guys have seen on the channel that for the longest time I've always ran a pedal commander to compensate for the lag that comes with an electronic gas pedal. Now, the pedal commander definitely helps with pedal lag, but it doesn't solve the problem. And it's the same thing with gears. We got the gears, 529s, that helped as well, but it didn't fix the problem. And then the other thing that people do usually is the transmission update, which I never got the transmission update up until this video you guys saw earlier. Jason was explaining that I was on the first generation of the transmission. They updated me to the latest thing that comes from Toyota, to where now the transmission's fully in sync and everything's ready to go. Anyways, all of these things help with pedal lag, but the only thing that I found that actually solved it was the tune. Now, the day after I actually got my tune, I went and sold my pedal commander because I was sold that much on just it fixing it, and I'm not going to need it anymore. Low in power and acceleration is instant and responsive driving normally. The truck naturally wants to shift between 2500 and 3000 RPM, and if I gun it, it will shift all the way up to 6200 RPM with 4,000 RPM, really opening up the power band of the engine. Before the tune, VVTi, or variable valve timing, whatever you guys want to call it, or if you're a Honda guy, VTEC, it wasn't really noticeable with the stock truck, but certainly is now. Now, example that I have of that is TDS. Now, we went out to TDS, we hit a obstacle called Devil Slide. It's this big old sandy hill where you pretty much have to gun it all the way up until you get to the top. Now, when I tried the hill, I shifted to third gear, 4 low, and I hit the gas, and I made it almost to the top of the hill. I made it to the rocks, and then the holes were just so big that I lost all momentum. I couldn't really go up anymore. But the tune helped me get there. Because before, when we were there back in 2019, I didn't even try the hill because I couldn't even make it up the tiny little sand hills, let alone this big old steep one that all the big boys were trying. Overall, the acceleration with this tune is so much better than stock. Even with the pedal commander and the gears, the tune is what made the difference. Top speed has also gotten much better since the tune. After my re-gear, I noticed that the truck really struggled to go past 65 miles an hour, maybe 70 miles an hour. The absolute max speed was 82 miles an hour, and that was it. It electronically would not go any faster. It didn't matter about gearing or anything like that. The truck still would not go faster. They did fix that to where now I've shifted to fourth gear and I've continued to accelerate. It seems like this thing has endless acceleration, and I've gotten it up to about 92. And at that point, I didn't even feel safe just because of my suspension and getting squirrely and no sway bar and everything like that, that I didn't even bother going any faster. So I don't even know what the top speed is right now. All right, I'm gonna go take you back with your sister. Let's beep it. Anyways, cruising 70, 75 miles an hour is now no problem, and that's a huge improvement. Now, lastly, the most impressive part of this tune is gas mileage. Since my re-gear and the 35s and the armor and everything that I've done, I've always hovered around 13 miles per gallon. I'd go a little bit above that, go a little bit below that, depending on what I'm doing. But for the most part, 13 miles per gallon is where I was stuck. With the tune, I've seen that number creep up to 13s, 14s, and even a little bit higher than that. Now, at first, I didn't see really any difference with gas mileage. In fact, I was getting 11 or 12 miles per gallon. Now, keep in mind, that is 100% my fault. You know, the first 100 miles of this tune, I was just so gung-ho, pressing the gas at every single stoplight, every stop sign. I'm hitting the gas like a little kid. Once I learned to calm down a little bit and drive normal, I've seen big increases on gas mileage. For example, the drive from SoCal to Arizona is about 200 miles. I average around 13.5 miles per gallon. Now consider that's going mostly uphill, as well as we were fighting the wind coming at us the entire time. 13.5 miles per gallon isn't too bad for a trip like that, because on the way back, which is going more downhill and no wind at all, we got 14.5 miles per gallon. So pretty good there. Now here's the one that tripped me out. Last weekend was TDS 2021, and the drive from Morongo Casino to Truck Haven is 50 miles on the dot. And through that drive, I cruised at 65 miles an hour the entire way, trying to get the best mileage that I could because I knew I was making this video. And there, I got 22.7 miles per gallon. Are you freaking kidding me? That's with all the camping gear, cameras, armor, and me sitting in it. That is crazy. Not to mention my alignment was off. My alignment's been off for the past 2 weeks since our trip to Parker and all these other trips. And I was getting that kind of gas mileage. Blows my mind. Now, obviously, this is a perfect situation. I'm driving on steady road, the same speed and everything like that. But anything in the 20s with a truck like this is really impressive. Now, I just threw a lot of numbers at you. Let me just simplify it by saying this. I am currently getting 15 miles per gallon after this tune, and that is with a truck that has huge aggressive mud terrain tires, bead locks, a bed rack, skid plates, steel sliders, and a driver that weighs over 300 pounds. That's impressive. Now I'll wrap this up with the only negative that I found with the tune so far, and that is the fact that I'm stuck on 91 octane gas with this tune. And that's not necessarily the tune's fault, it's not necessarily the truck's fault, it's just the current rising gas prices in America, which is hurting everybody's wallets, just to be honest. I mean, earlier today I pumped the Civic $4 a gallon at a Chevron. It's ridiculous. Because this is a custom tune, I could have went with 87 or even 89, but at that point you're kind of just weakening some of the benefits that I just went over. You know, the tune just works better with 91 octane, and it's better for your engine in the long run, so I might as well just stick with it. It is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. If I had to mention a negative, it would be that. Being stuck to 91, it hurts the wallet a little bit, but better gas mileage and way better performance, it's not a bad thing. Now to conclude this video, I'll say I'm really impressed with the tune and everything that comes with it. Performance, gas mileage, acceleration, all that stuff, A-okay with me. This is the type of upgrade that is affordable, and you see the returns and you see the results right away. Now that's all I got for the video. Definitely a big shout out to Jason and Dimitri for working with us on getting the Tacoma tuned. We're looking forward to heading back to their shop in the near future for pretty much some more stuff. I got a lot of things to take care of on the Tacoma, maintenance-wise, and some of it I can't do myself, so I'm thinking we're going to head back there soon and check out the new shop, get some work done with them, and go from there. But I'll leave all their information below so you guys can go get your Tacomas tuned and ready to go for the trails. But we're all done here. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Patreon. You can also hit us up for shirts, hats, hoodies, and all those other goodies at dirtnationoffroad@gmail.com. But we're all done here. Thank you guys. We'll see you again next time.